Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of EmpireJeffTV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Friday night from Los Angeles, California, man. And tonight we have Los Angeles Lakers preseason basketball. Live from Palm Springs, California, man. The Los Angeles Lakers take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And basketball is back, baby. Basketball is back. No LeBron James tonight. No LeBron James, Bronny on the same court in the preseason tonight. But we do get the debut of head coach JJ Redick and his coaching staff. And maybe we start to see a little bit. I don't expect them to show too much before the regular season starts, but a little bit of some of the things that JJ is going to bring to the team. I expect a little overkill and a little trolling on JJ's part, probably multiple timeouts and overusage of timeouts, probably an overusage of challenges, right? I expect JJ to come out there and show everyone, kind of like the video I said last night of how JJ has to be everything that former head coach Darvin Ham was not. So tonight is his first crack at that. No LeBron James. And I think that's probably a good thing. The first game of preseason, especially with your working on guys who were kind of like left hanging last season, the Max Christies, the Maxwell Lewises, the JHSs, and probably get some little bit more Bronny in this game just to get these guys out there. And let's see what this staff has been doing with their young core all through the offseason, training camp, practices, and now here we go with the first preseason game. So I got to ask, though, for all y'all who got, the Timberwolves tramp stamp during the playoffs, man, did y'all get that removed yet? Like, are you conflicted tonight? Are y'all conflicted tonight or what, man? Are y'all conflicted tonight? Los Angeles Timberwolves fans, are y'all conflicted tonight? I still can't get past that. Anywho, man, so talk to me, chat. Talk to me. What you guys think happens tonight, man? How do you think these guys do? What do you think JJ comes out and does? What do you think the things he tries to run right off the bat? Do you think the Lakers shoot a lot of threes tonight? Do you think they try to come out and show their defense? Do you think they try to crash the boards and corner crashing and all these things? Do you think they show you how the 5-out should be ran tonight? Like, what do you think happens tonight, man? I can't get past the Minnesota, the Los Angeles Timberwolves thing, man. That still gets me. That's still is going to be a clip I keep in the chamber to mess with people for a while, man. That was just too easy, man. That was too easy. But yeah, man, talk to me. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen tonight, how you think things are going to play out. And, what are you excited about? I was asked a question on the last show. What am I excited about or looking forward to? I don't really have any expectations for this team because I don't really know what we're going to see, right? It's pretty much the same roster, except some guys are healthier. No Torian Prince, but outside of that, adding Bronny to it, connect to it. Another guy I expect we see some pretty decent minutes from tonight. But I don't know what to really expect from this team yet. I don't know. Hopefully, we can have some of those answers as we get closer to the tip-off of the regular season. But I don't really know yet what to expect, right? We got Vando hurt. We got Reddish hurt. We still have Christian Wood hurt. Bron's not playing tonight. So you're going to see a bunch of those like 15 through 20 roster guys tonight, especially in the second half. AD is going to be light work. He said you'll see him sometime this weekend, talking about those guys, right? Bron as well. So Bron most likely plays Sunday. But I guess, this is the time of preseason, especially when you got a guy like 39 like Bron, AD, who's just getting in shape again after playing in the playoffs. But the playoffs and then the Olympics, and probably resting his body up a little bit and getting back in the swing of things here. So I don't expect AD to play heavy minutes even when he plays, and I don't expect Bron to play heavy minutes on Sunday either, right? That's pretty obvious. But these other guys, the Max Christies, the JHSs, the Austin Reeves, the Angelo Russell, how do they look? D'Lo looked good last preseason, man. He really did. He had everyone kind of excited, right, about what we were potentially going to see out of him. And then, December came around and he pumped the brakes on us. So we're going to have to wait and see which D'Lo we are going to get out the gate this season, and can he stay consistent? I'm very interested to see how Coach Redick uses D'Lo and Austin on the defensive end. I'm very curious. If it's Rui at that 3, who's starting for Braun tonight? And what are their defensive schemes? What are the adjustments that he's going to make to what Darvin Ham's staff didn't to help protect that backcourt defensively, right? How does Jackson Hayes look out there today? These are all the things that we want to see, man. We're just hungry to have Laker basketball back. We're just happy and hungry to have Laker fans back. We're just, including y'all Los Angeles Timberwolves fans. You know what I mean? Y'all, I still can't with y'all, man. But like I said, it's basketball's back, man. Basketball's back. It's not the regular season, but we don't care, right? We got basketball. We saw the Celtics Nuggets earlier today, man. And now we get Lakers Timberwolves tonight, man. So I'm excited. Anytime basketball's coming back around, the NBA League Pass gets going. NBA League Pass Live with Empire Jeff is coming back. You know what I mean? The playback is coming back. Playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV coming back. The Laker pregame, postgame, topic, covered videos, all that coming back, man. Coming back. I've been buried in baseball. Shout out to the Dodgers who about to go do their thing tomorrow. But tonight, I did my Dodger video last night, taking the night off tonight for the Dodgers. Tonight is all about the Los Angeles Lakers. I got your pregame. I got your postgame. I am undecided about playback yet. I'm trying to see my schedule, if I'm going to be able to line that up. It's a last-minute thing if I do it. But make sure you join my playback room, playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV, man. Going to bring you some really great content on there this year. Going to be adding some people to the room to help me this year, especially on some of the early games when I can't make it home in time. Just appreciate all y'all, man. So talk to me, chat. What do y'all expect? What are y'all excited about, man? What are you looking for? Like, what is your things that you want to see from this team and this coaching staff in game 1 of the preseason that'll kind of give you a little confidence going into game 2 of the preseason? Like, okay, this team may have something that we can be excited about. Okay, maybe this team, even though it's the same players and Darvin is gone, but not only is Darvin just replaced with JJ Redick, but Darvin's staff is gone and replaced with another staff. And maybe we're about to see the work show on the court that should be displayed when you have a coaching staff that puts in the work, right? So we haven't really had that in a while. So really, really, really interested and locked in on seeing what JJ and his team are going to bring to this team and how these young players are going to respond to it. This is what I really want to see. I'm good with Braun and AD. I'm good with the vets. Even D'Lo and Reeves and those guys, like, they're going to be them. But I'm very curious to see what his rotations will look like once that's settled. I'm very curious to see what his defensive coverages look like. I'm very curious to see the plays he wants ran out of timeouts. I want to see the plays that's ran at the start of the game. I want to see how they switch up their defensive packages when it comes down to, okay, on a missed shot, when it's a team rebound, when it's a ball out of bounds, like all these different things, because I know JJ is putting the work on this. I know the film sessions are probably intense. I know he's doing that. He's going to be very, very good at that. So at the end of the day, it's going to come down to how these players take what he's saying and translate that to the basketball court. So if you go into school and you're learning a different language, man, if you speak English and you go into Spanish class and you know habla español, and they tell you all these words and you come outside and you don't know how to use them, right? So let's see if the Lakers are speaking the language that JJ is trying to teach them. And that's exactly what I am looking for tonight, right now. So I'm excited. So let me catch up on these chats with you guys real quick. Mr. 81, what's up, my guy? Salute to you as well. Big baby, what's going on? Lakers basketball is back. Mr. 81, today's a must win, huh? Here y'all go. Shout out to Big Baby Sports, man. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel as well. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, what's going on? Happy Friday to you. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel as well. I believe Mr. 81 has a channel too, so go pull up on him as well. 2024 champs, both LA teams, man. Man, I hope so, Daniel Berry. I am a lot more confident in the Los Angeles Dodgers right now than I am the Los Angeles Lakers, but that's because the Lakers, we just have to see. We've been waiting to see. I've been telling you guys, I've done listening to this team. I need to see this team. We need to see this team, and they need to see themselves what they can do on this court when they're playing together, when they're all in, when they've got a coaching staff, when they're healthy. Basketball God willing, right, is what we're really waiting for, man. We really need this team to get healthy. Ken Carter, what's good, my guy? What did you think about the film Wild Wild West? You be coming with the wildest questions, man. I'm talking about basketball right now, man. Time to make a trade, says Big Baby. The funny thing about that, Big Baby, is that, you know what? The Lakers have pieces they could move right now, right? So now that they're out there, they've got their coaching staff, they feel comfortable with it. They're going to see what some of these players do, right? It doesn't mean they could move D'Lo today. They can move Austin Reeves today. They can move Vando today. They can move Christian Wood today. They can move a lot of these guys today if they wanted to. Gabe Vincent. They want to see what the product looks like on the floor with a competent coaching staff, right? Before they make any rash decisions. I'm not too angry at that. I'm not too mad at that. I understand we wanted moves made in the offseason. There wasn't a lot of room for them. And I'm very happy to see that a lot of these other organizations, teams, and agents are all coming out saying the same things that Rob was saying earlier about how difficult it is to navigate these waters in this new CBA. Rob gets killed for saying it, but it kind of just gets like swept under the rug when other teams say it. Like the Toronto GM Toronto GM today said, yo, this CBA is hard. And all of a sudden, like it was quiet. But when Rob says, man, this CBA is hard, it's like Rob just gets laid down, man. He just gets laid out. You know what I mean? Now, on that note, Rob, you do got to do better. You do got to do better. This ain't Captain Savo Palinka. But what I'm saying is the narratives go everywhere, not just with this team. Come on, y'all, man. Hanson, what's going on, my guy? Yo, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Kane says, hope Bronny gets ample burn in the preseason, get those reps up. I think he's going to get he's going to get run in the preseason. Especially like I said, Braun and AD, Reeves, D'Lo, some of these guys, Rui, I haven't mentioned all show. Rui, I'm very interested to see. What does he look like out there? How is he out there on the defensive end tonight? Like, what are they using him? I said specifically, what are they going to do with D'Lo and Reeves, but what are they going to do with Rui too? That's interesting too. Let's see. Preseason important to a half halt gives you more and more practice. Yep. Especially during the season when you lack more practices than you would hope, right? You would hope to have more practices during the season. In today's NBA, doesn't happen as much. Roy, what's going on, sir? Let's go, Lakers. Show some heart. Absolutely. Show some heart out here tonight, man. Nuggets looked pretty good today. Not going to lie. Here's the thing about the Nuggets, man. They still got Joker. They still got Jamal Murray if healthy. And I don't believe that Murray was healthy all last playoffs. He did not look healthy in the Olympics either. I will say this. Joker, Murray, Gordon, Porter Jr. are still one of the most formidable four guys in this league. All right. Christian Braun and all these other guys that got on their bench. We'll see what Russ adds to that team. I think Russ can help them similarly to how he helped the Clippers. But I think they're going to be smarter in how they use Russ. I don't necessarily think the Clippers always were. We knew the Lakers weren't, right? I think Russ can bring them something. A guy with that much energy for a team that plays in altitude when other teams come in and kind of suffer from that. And you got someone like Russ up there just to rev that engine up. He might be able to give them a little something of what Bruce Brown gave them with the rebounding, being able to get the ball and go. I think he can give them some things up there. You know what I mean? I don't know necessarily how it's going to go because it's Russ and I feel like, people love to come after him when things go bad. Look, he did not fit with this Laker team. I feel like he's going to be continuously punished for that. I didn't think he was a terrible fit on the Clippers. I think he did well there. But he reached his ceiling there, right? Kind of similar here with the Nuggets. I think he can have a decent season there, but it's all going to come down to how they use him, when they use him, and how he buys in, and how the stars, Joker and Murray, how committed are they to letting him do his thing out there, right? Because with Russ, that's what it pretty much comes down to. Let me get back to here. Roy says, Jeff, the Lakers need to show they are organized and there is flow in the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side, no open, easy lane to the basket, play hard. Facts. And, some attempts to rebound here. Some attempts to rebound, transition defense, contest threes. Work on let's see what their threes are looking. Are they shooting more? The Lakers shot a very good percentage last season from three, right? They just didn't shoot enough from three. And they were just getting lit up every game from three. So even the other team wasn't necessarily lighting them up in certain moments, like they just continued to shoot and finally found their touch. The Lakers shot well, but didn't shoot enough. They got into the top 10 in 3-point shooting by the end of the year. They did a lot of things well by the end of the year. But the problem is they just didn't do enough of shooting the three. Chris, the art director. What's up, my brother? Game day. Talk to him, Christopher. Christian. Talk to him, Chris, man. Appreciate you, man. F you mean, what's going on, FYM? What's going on, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you pulling up. Man, is this FYM's first time on EmpireJeffTV? What? FYM, man. FYM be around the block. He ain't never pull up on his boy. Appreciate you, FYM. Good to see you, brother. Jeff got like 5 shows. What's going on? What's going on, Chris? I got a lot of shows coming this year, man. I got a lot. So I got a lot. You guys are gonna really like what I got popping off this year. Chris is hip to it. Chris knows what's up. But it is it's gonna be a fun year, man. Covering the whole sport. I'm gonna be covering the Lakers heavy, but I'm gonna be covering this NBA a lot. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give you guys what you got last year. You know what it is around here, man. I'm gonna give you that real deal over here, man. No narratives, slayer of false narratives over here. We just gonna watch basketball, talk basketball. None of that nonsense. None of that nonsense over here, man. AD not playing. Okay, so he said sometime this weekend we'd see them, right? So if AD is not playing today, I saw LeBron. I was out moving around a lot today. So I saw the LeBron thing. I didn't see anything about AD yet. So if AD is not playing, then yeah, definitely these young guys definitely gonna do their thing, man. JJ just announced it. He's not playing. Okay, just announce it. There you go. I didn't see anything before I got home. So then I just went, I had to take Lucky for his little walk. And then came up here to kick it with y'all prior to the game here. Quality Kev, what's good, brother? How do you broke in Spanish? Mi no hablo. Yeah. The old yeah. Normally in these preseason games, I'm looking for which rotation bench player is hungry for minutes. Yeah. And the thing I'm always looking for in preseason, Quality Kev, is everyone gets out of it without any injuries. No pulled hamstring, no twisted ankles, no jammed fingers, no bruised shins, like none of those stuff. You're going to have some of that, but nothing major, right? That's what really, really did in this team more than anything to really get things going is the frustration sat in because you had guys playing more minutes than they should have, starting when they shouldn't have been because the able bodies who were supposed to fill those roles, those minutes weren't available. So he developed trust with like the Torian Princes and the Cam Reddishes, guys he's had before and trusted. And then by the time those guys came back and they were in and out of the lineup, being Rui, Vando, and all them, like he had already just established that those guys were his guy at the beginning of the season. And that's not abnormal for a lot of coaches. But you just can't do it with guys that are less talented, right? Having guys fill in for more talented guys while they're hurt is one thing. When those guys are back, it's a totally different thing. Torian Prince is a solid vet, but he can't be playing more than like 18 minutes a game. He should never be starting. He was a good piece for this team if he was used correctly. Cam Reddish is a 11-12 guy. He's out there in case, 2 or 3 of your guards and wings get hurt. You plug him in there because for emergency, and that's it. He went too far with him, right? And that's where it is. What is JJ going to do when this team faces injuries? Like, that's what I'm saying. What's going to happen there? And what happens when the other guys come back? FYM says, more concerned with execution tonight than a win or stats. Yeah, exactly. I want to see execution in everything. Actually, just intent, FYM, right? Intent. Like, what is their intent on the offensive, defensive side? Like, what are their principles? As a coach, I'm looking at their principles. What are they doing? How are they closing out on shots? What are their rotations look like? What are their communication look like, right? All of these things. When they're on the bench, not in the game. When they're on their bench during a timeout. Like, everything here. Because here's the thing, like I said this a few shows ago. I'm starting to see it make it round now, right? Other people are saying it too because it makes sense. Is that it's like the first day of school. They're all starting with that A. Media day is like the first day. You already know, okay, yeah, that's cute. You guys suck by tomorrow. The Lakers aren't like, the Detroit Pistons who will come in for media day, be all happy, their new gear, all this, and know that the world's going to go to hell in about 48 hours for them basketball-wise, right? The Lakers are an unknown entity right now. You have LeBron James. You have Anthony Davis, right? So at the end of the day, you've got stars there, right? That you made the playoffs the last 2 years, even though it was the play-in. That as long as you stay healthy and you're playing together, and if you can get any type of resemblance to that in-season tournament team, then that this team could be a middle-of-the-pack team in the Western Conference. Let's see what Denver's going to be. Let's see what Minnesota's going to be after those roster moves, right? OKC got better. I think this is the year where Dallas moves up in the standings. This might be the year where they fight for the number 1 seed, right? Maybe we don't know what the Clippers are going to be because the injury to Kawhi, and that's a new kind of roster over there. So there's a lot of unknown. What do the Pelicans look like with DeJounte? And if Zion can keep the weight off and stay healthy, if BI is still there and can stay healthy, and right, are they going to be the Pelicans once again? There's a lot of waiting and seeing what's going to happen here. But while everyone's waiting and seeing, we know what we have with the Lakers. We know what we have. We know we had a 7 seed last year, even with all the injuries and an incompetent staff. We know that. So for me, if healthy, even with the rookie coach, we have a good staff. To me, it's more about the staff than the head man. It really is, because Phil Jackson, Popovich, Riley, all these guys had legendary assistants. It makes a tremendous difference. All right. So what I'm saying is, it's a unit. It is a unit. And then that's what I'm saying. We know what we have in them. If this new coaching staff and health can impact this team in a positive way, there's no reason the Lakers can't get a 4 or 5 seed. Or maybe a top seed gets hurt. I don't root for that, but these things can happen. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. And these are the things that happen, right? So potentially they could sneak up. That's exactly what happened with OKC last year. Everyone thought they'd sneak into the playoffs and maybe, scare a few people. But if they took the regular season serious, came out the gate running, they came in and like Biggie, man, kicking the door, waving the 4-4. Don't nobody want to play us no more, right? They came in doing their thing. So that's how the Lakers got to enter the season. You catch that schedule while everyone's slipping. And before you know it, you're like maybe 3rd or 4th seed, 2nd seed to start the year. And you just got to hold it. You got to put that work in. But the team believes in each other at this point, as opposed to the 13th seed and have to try to hope to get the 6. And that's where the Lakers kind of are right now. That's where they are. Let's see. Blooms, what's going on, Blooms? Why aren't you on Around the League anymore? I mean, I just started this year, right? So, I mean, that's not for me to answer, but I mean, it just came back. So we'll see what the future holds. Dante says, what's going on, Dante? How you doing, brother? I know you're excited for today, man. New York. What's going on, Dante? Appreciate you, bro. You got a new system down there. You got a new experience. I think the energy that Bronny can bring to those games may help some of these other guys if they develop well and come up to the big team, right? They come up to the Lakers because they'll be playing in front of a full G League house probably every night. There'll be more coverage than usual, more media, more coverage, more social media activity, right? There'll be more excitement about Laker G League if Bronny's there. I think sometimes that may be able to help some of those other guys that may be down there who the Lakers may be working on, hoping to turn into something, right? So keep an eye on that. Quality Kev says, which Randall dropped like 30 tonight? Watch Randall drop like 30 tonight, like how every former player against us. I don't think Randall's going to get enough minutes to drop 30, but I know exactly what you mean, and he may do that in the regular season. Chow Lee, hello to you. I hope you are doing well. Good to see you. Good to see all y'all, man. We back. Let me know. You guys want me to do more of these Laker pregame? I've been doing Dodger pregame, Dodger postgame. I always was doing Laker post game, right? But if you guys want me to do some pregame stuff, like I said, the playback, I got some panel shows coming. I've got some fun stuff coming, man. I've got some really fun stuff. I've been mapping out a lot of stuff, getting ready for basketball to come back. We here now, and we're going to do a soft launch of some of these shows and some of these things really, really soon. I really think you guys are going to enjoy it. You guys are going to be part of it as well. EPJ Sports Nights with the call-ins. You guys are going to really, really enjoy this stuff. Trust me, man. Your boy is back like I never left. Sandcastle, what's going on? Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in as always. Westbrook will ruin them. Trust me. He ain't helping nothing but giving them out of control speed and bricks. I mean, I hear you. I know that's the expectation. Like I said, I understand how it went here for Russ. I totally get it. But Russ, the man, I still kind of pull for. He does so much great in communities, and he really is a solid stand-up dude. I understand he was an absolute horrible Laker. I can separate the two. Obviously, I'm not hoping that he improves Denver because we just can't seem to do anything against them. But maybe now, who knows? Maybe if it does end bad for Russ there, maybe he could be the reason why we finally beat Denver. I don't know, but Russ the man, I salute and support. Russ the basketball player. That ship is it's sinking. It is. You know what I mean? Kane said, picked up some Dave's pregame snack. The sando always slaps, with the bites are trash. Don't recommend. Tastes more better than oil chicken. Always go Lakers. Yeah, I like Dave's. I like Dave's way better than Cane's, man. I don't even like Cane's that much. Like the sauce is fire, but Dave's is fire, man. Dave's fire, man. What heat level, man? Quality Kev says, so are the Pelicans just stuck with Ingram since no one is willing to trade for him? Here's the thing. I think people are willing to trade for him. I think people just don't want to trade for him and extend him, or trade for him and re-sign him at big money. I think they want to see maybe early on here, see how that Pelican team looks. Maybe their price for him comes down, and maybe someone can snag him. So if he ends up being a rental, maybe it doesn't hurt them as much asset wise. Plus the Pelicans just maybe waiting to try to see what they have there. I think you're going to see a lot of things happen. A lot of teams with this summer went into it, purposely hard capping themselves at the first apron, and a lot of, there was a lot of mathematical acrobatic stuff that went on that was designed to kind of push things out till later. I'm going to have a bunch of shows on this when it comes down to like the trade angles, the CBA. So I've been telling you guys for months, I said it on multiple different panels too. I told you guys that there are still so many layers to the CBA that hasn't made its rounds around the internet yet, that wasn't just grabbing the lowest hanging fruit, what you see on Twitter, and then talking about it. So, there's been some things, and there are more things that are not quote unquote loopholes. They're part of the CBA. They're just not they're not popularly publicized, right? So there's going to be deals that come out and pop off, and people will be like, whoa, how'd they do that? It's in the CBA. Like, you guys, a lot of people just know some of like the bigger ones, some of the bullet points, but they don't know the details, and the devil's in the details, man. And it's going to be some exciting movement when things start flying off here, man. Where did I leave up here? There we go. Let's see. Should have stayed with the Clips. He was decent there. Yeah, I mean, well, they basically waived him, right? So they basically got him out of there. So he was traded, bought out. They cleared him. No, not waived, traded him. Wasn't really up to him. The Clippers moved on. His guy, Paul George, is gone. So he's gone, basically, Trey O'Day, salute to you, brother. Hope you are doing well. Appreciate you pulling up as always. Patrick said we should sign Westbrook before he retires. A one-day contract to retire a Laker. That'd be the funniest thing ever, man. Look, we've seen crazy things happen, man. We have seen crazy things happen, but I don't think that is going to happen. I'm gonna miss the game working out instead of watching the game. Can't go to bed. Oh no, got you. Yeah, no, I totally mean what you mean there. I don't know. Westbrook hit 3 threes today. Looks solid. Fit 8 dimes, 4 boards. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Russ will have games like that. He'll also have games where he goes like 0 of 9 for 3, where he has 10 turnovers. Like, Russ, that's what it is. What are you going to get from him is what it really comes down to. What's going on, Raymond Tucker Jr.? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you. Here's my take on Westbrook. Never doubted his ability, just his attitude. Get over yourself, Russ. Not that dude anymore. You're cool off the bench. Move on. That I 100% agree with. Russ, the basketball player in the game between the lines, is not necessarily the nicest guy, right? Russ in the locker room, Russ with his teammates. He's a good vet. Russ in society, Russ with kids, Russ with fans, Russ with, I know he's had some moments, but it's usually someone's trolling him, right? Russ is typically a good guy, right? He just wasn't a good guy for the Lakers, is really what it was, man. But I agree with your take 100%. I think the Lakers and Westbrook got onto the wrong foot. Lakers signed him for the minimum before he retires. Now, if the Lakers would have had him at the minimum like the Clippers did, we would have seen a whole different experience. It wasn't just that we had Russ. It was that we had Russ for $47 million, and all we had to give up to get him is what made it go bad. The Clippers got him for free. It was a totally different situation. Russ has to thrive, man. This is his last chance. And I hear you. Enough about Russ. We talk about the Lakers, man. So let me know right now in the chat. Let me know, what player are you most excited about seeing tonight? Let me know in the chat right now. Which player are you most excited about seeing right now in tonight's game? Let me know in the chat, because, for me, I want to see Dalton Connect. I really want to see how he looks. I want to see how many minutes he gets. I want to see how much trust the coaching staff has in him already. I want to see how that goes. I do want to see Bronny, right? Because we're not going to see him a lot during the season. So I want to see him get out there. The fans probably want to see that. Let them see him. I do want to see how D'Lo and Reeves, again, I want to see if any strategy is displayed today. But for me, it's Dalton Connect. It's Dalton Connect for me. And the second one for me would be Max Christie. Those are the two guys I'm looking at. Those are the two guys that I kind of have my eye on. Just wanting to see what that development looks like, because we knew that Max Christie was kind of hindered last year. We do believe that we stole Dalton Connect, right? We feel that we got a piece here that can contribute this season and beyond, right? A guy that's much more valuable than the pick that we had, and we got him. We know what happened last season. Another guy, JHS. JHS, I really want to see what he looks like when healthy and when there's a staff that believes in him, or maybe not believes in him as far as being a heavy contributor this season, obviously, but a coaching staff that believes that he has a future in the NBA as a rotational player. And sometimes as a young guy, that's all you need. You're working towards something. And a lot of times that's what you need for these guys to be successful. DJ, what's good, my brother? Shout out to DJ, Lakers in 5. Go subscribe to Lakers in 5. If you have not done so, go do it right now. Great show, great panel, great group of guys over there. Yo, DJ, FYM woke up and joined the chat today, man. He's usually sleeping during all my shows. Shout out to FYM. Shout out to DJ. Good dude over there. Go check it out. DJ, if you're working tonight, drive safe, brother. Appreciate you. Let's see. El Trollo. What's going on, El Trollo? Yeah, that's what I said too. Christy is probably my second guy. JHS probably my third, man. Nico, what's good? Nico, he said, hey, what's up, Jeff? Quick question. You think JJ is trying real hard to be the cool dad that gets along with these young players by having a DJ in practice? No, I mean, like, I think he's just, I think he's really just trying to get buy-in. I think he's trying to get buy-in. I think he's trying to develop trust. I think he's trying to get chemistry. I think he's trying to build a camaraderie there, not just with him and the players, but the players with the players, right? I think he's trying to undo a lot that was happening last year. And the Lakers feel a lot of the things that happened last year could have been prevented if the coaching staff really did their part, right? And I think that JJ got the message. Look, I'm telling you, when JJ was hired, even during his interview, he walked in and they gave him a binder. They gave him a book. And it was called the Book of Darvin. And it was exactly what not to do. Everything that the Lakers, the Laker players, the Lakers media, the Laker fan base, everyone things that Darvin did that drove everyone crazy. And look, I'm not even the biggest Darvin basher. You guys know that. Like, I don't 100% put the blame on him for last season. However, the things that he did do wrong was magnified so bad that if JJ even remotely steps into that arena with any of those traits or habits, then it's going to fall apart quickly. So he's doing everything the opposite of what Darvin Ham did, right? And I think I did a video on that 2 days ago saying he has to be everything that Darvin Ham wasn't, and he can't be anything that Darvin Ham was, because it was so toxic that they just can't have any of that back. They need to completely rip the Band-Aid off and move on ASAP. What's going on, Craig? Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you. JJ, like I said, JJ said that was LeBron's idea for the DJ before and after practices. That sounds like, see, LeBron trying to be the cool dad when you think about it. LeBron trying to get Bronny a DJ over there, letting his homies come by, chill at the practice facility, do all that. Bron trying to be the cool dad up in here. Kane said, D'Lo, in my opinion, can have a similar fate as the other Russell man. D'Lo not a starter, in my opinion. Well, D'Lo is more of a starter in today's NBA than Russ is, just because of his shooting ability, right? But could you imagine? Look, if you could take one thing from Russ and give it to D'Lo, like if you just gave D'Lo Russ's like passion or Russ's aggressiveness, like my God, you would have a killer on your hands with his shooting ability. If you gave him Westbrook's effort, sometimes Westbrook just gives you too much effort, right? So it's like if you could give D'Lo Russ's effort, oh my God, D'Lo would be a monster. Again, what's going on, Craig? Appreciate you for tuning in. Raymond says, King Carter, D'Lo not a starter. What universe, little homie? I think D'Lo is a starter. Now, is D'Lo a starter for a championship team? That remains to be seen. I think that's fair to question that. But as far as D'Lo being a starter in the NBA, he's an absolute starter in the NBA. Absolute starter in the NBA. Now, starter on a championship team, on a top 2 or 3 team, remains to be seen. As far as a team that can finish the job, right? That remains to be seen. I hope that we get to see it if he remains a Laker. And, you know, we're going to have to wait that out and see. But D'Lo is absolutely a starter in this league. And D'Lo, man, he's a guy that frustrates you because you know he has it and just doesn't bring it all the time. Like, it'd be one thing if a guy didn't have it. You're like, man, he's giving it all. He just doesn't have it. D'Lo has it. He just doesn't bring it all the time. And that's what makes it frustrating for a lot of people. Or Westbrook with D'Lo jumper, man, that would be that would be a beauty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just not every player has all of those things, right? But my thing is just effort, like just effort. D'Lo sometimes a little bit too casual, a little bit too chill, a little bit too nonchalant, a little bit just, going out there like kind of just hippie-ish, man. Just nothing really gets to him. Like nothing really like gets his competitive juices going, right? Doesn't really get him wanting to get into someone's face, talk trash a lot. We've seen it, but as far as like he's out there just kind of going through the motions. He's a little too relaxed out there sometimes for me, man. D'Lo can be a starter on Denver, Toronto, Sixers, Indiana, etc. I think you were underestimating his value in this league. He's going to be fine. I agree with you, Sandcastle. Like I said, D'Lo is absolutely a starter in this league. Remains to be seen to me, and I just don't know yet if he is a starter on a chip team. Is kind of my whole thing here. Kobe must not have liked D'Lo. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the stories that I've heard between the two are never really bad, but I don't know for sure. William, what's going on, bro? What up? Yef, let's go. Lake Show. What's going on, William? I'm starting to see some of the familiar faces coming back. I see some of y'all took a lot of the off season off like I did, right? Just went on with your lives and it came back when basketball was popping out of the ground, man. But yeah, it's good to see some of these familiar faces back. It's good to see you guys back, man. Will be really good to see some likes on this video, man. Drop a like on this video if you have not done so already. And please subscribe to the channel if you have not already, man. About 30% of the people who listen to the channel on a nightly basis have yet to subscribe. So please do so. It goes a long way to help the channel. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter, rocking heavy as well. I see y'all over there. And while I have you, there's a chat that's pinned at the top of the chat here, reminding you to get your MLB, NBA, and NFL gear and more at Fanatics. Make sure to use our link to get special discounts, and your purchase also helps support the channel because we partnered with the good people at Fanatics, and when you hook them up by purchasing from them, they hook us up because you purchase from them. Your order experience does not change, but if you order through Fanatics using our link, you'll get some special discounts, and they help take care of the channel. So we greatly appreciate it that if you do shop on Fanatics, please use our link. Also, become a member on the channel, man. We got 3 different tiers of membership. You can click the join button or the first link in the description. For less than the cost of lunch, you could become a member for an entire month, man. This season is going to be fun. Member-only videos, member-only vlogs, giveaways, man. There's going to be a lot of things coming from the channel, from the membership program this year. 3 different tiers of it, man. Great way to support the channel. It's like giving 1 super chat a month. And like I said, greatly appreciated. You could also tap that Cash App that's on the screen. $ Empire Jeff. All right. Back to your comments here. Back to your comments in the chat, man. Ron Tom, what's going on, Ron Tom? Welcome back, my guy. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good summer. Hope all you guys had a good summer, man. Good to see you. Like I said, good to see some of these names filing back in, man. I needed a break from basketball. I've been buried in baseball. Go Dodgers. But I'm back now, man. I am back. Is Bronny playing with his pops tonight? No LeBron tonight, and it sounds like no AD tonight. So Bronny will be playing. His pops will be in the building, but they will not be playing together today. Okay. So that'll come eventually. And we're probably gonna see that Bron lob in game 1 of the season, right? And then before Bronny goes down to the G League. So I think that's coming. I think we're definitely gonna see that. And I'm excited to see that, man. Kaz, what's going on, Kaz? Hey, Bron ain't playing. Nope. Kane says, how important is efficiency? Really? Josh Hart's not efficient. Kobe never cared about efficiency. So here's the thing. Kobe didn't care about efficiency because it wasn't a league that prioritized efficiency at the time. That came later in his career. And as LeBron's career kind of took off, efficiency became more of a thing, right? The analytic era really started to take off around there. Not because of Bron, I'm just tagging, putting a marker at the era there. Kobe game wasn't built around that. And in today's game, efficiency, a lot of these players, because of pace, because of the way the game is played, because of the amount of threes that are taken, because of the lack of the true big man, everything about today's game, what makes it different is the pace, right? The pace and the amount of possessions you get in a game now versus before, and just the amount of just the type and overall style of basketball. If you're going to play in today's style of basketball, at the speed, at the pace, and everything in which they play it at, you have to be efficient to make up for those extra possessions, those extra shots, the extra tempo, the extra everything. So in order to do that, you have to be efficient. And there's guys who aren't efficient, but they're so great in other areas that you can get away with it. But for the most part, as for most players, you have to be efficient in today's league, man. Steven says Kobe was efficient for his era. Yeah, and the thing is, if Kobe wanted to be efficient, he could be. Kobe just didn't care about it. He didn't have to. But yeah, Kobe, it's not like Kobe couldn't have been an efficient player. He was just an assassin. He was out there like an Allen Iverson was never going to be efficient. Like he's a great, all-time great, but he was never going to be efficient. Any of these guys could have been if they wanted to, right? But part of what made them great is they were taking shots that most nobody could make or take. And they made a lot of them. You know what I mean? They missed a lot of them, but they made a lot of them. Jeff, what is your ceiling for this team in terms of seeding, and how do you think JJ will do? Will he be better than Ham or the same? So my ceiling kind of, question one is kind of determined by the answer to question two. So question two being, what about JJ? Will he be better than Ham or the same? I think just by Ham being out of here, being a new voice and a new energy, I feel like the first half of the season, at least, JJ is going to have equity in that, right? So I think that JJ will be better than Ham because of the staff he has. Now, he has a chance to be a better coach than Darvin, obviously, but he's never coached, so we don't know yet. But I do believe that anyone stepping into that role right now will be better than what it was because of the vibe, the mood, the toxicity of last season. I think on that alone, the strength of that alone, he has a leg up. But my ceiling for this team, if they are healthy, if this coaching staff makes strides, gets their young guys developed where these guys can pitch in when guys are out and contribute, I can see this team. I really can. We've seen no games played. We haven't seen any strategy. We haven't seen how this team is going to really do anything yet. We don't know. But if they are healthy and Bron and AD have the seasons I believe they can, and if the coaching staff can improve on several issues that this basketball team had last year, that I could definitely see them being outside the range of the play-in, like a 4 through 6 seed. So I would say the ceiling is 4. I have the Lakers somewhere between the 4th and 6th seed, depending on health. And when you have OKC, when you have Denver, you have Dallas, I don't think that's a bad place to be, considering those other teams that are going to be out there in the Western Conference. So I have the Lakers 4th through 6th, ceiling being the 4th. And that's if we stay healthy and his coaching staff gets the best out of this team. And I think that's the main reason why I think the Lakers believe that there's enough talent here. There was enough talent last year. Just the talent wasn't available. And then you had a coaching staff that did not know how to run or manage a team that didn't have all its pieces. And then when the pieces started coming back, they didn't know how to balance all of them. That's also the Lakers' fault, the organization. They should have never hired him in the first place, and they should have gave him a quality staff. So that's why I don't 100% blame Darvin for that. But he had to go. I've been saying that. Even though I said it's not all on him, he had to go. And now JJ's here. He's got the equity, like I said. He's got all the good narratives going right now. He's got to continue to ride that wave. And JJ's a smart guy. He's a calculated guy. I expect him to do everything in his power and in his control to keep that good vibes, that good energy, those good vibes, and keep it going, because he came in with it. And there's a lot of excitement right now. So we just got to see, can he keep that excitement up? Can the team stay healthy enough? Can LeBron and AD last an entire season for at least 70 games? And the defense of that backcourt and Rui. So we got to wait to see how these things check out. Kane says, in your opinion, you think the Mamba mentality is a danger or a necessity given how little rest you sacrifice? I remember even Kobe said he regrets not resting enough in his youth. The Mamba mentality only works for Kobe. Like, I know people use it, they drop it. Some athletes try to take it. Some regular civilians, when they put on their shoes in the morning doing regular stuff, try to say Mamba mentality because they went to work with a headache. Like, I think the Mamba mentality sometimes gets misinterpreted, right? But at the same time, yeah, you got to be careful of running yourself into the ground. You got to be careful of, but again, Kobe in the era in which he came in, you had Michael Jordan, the Breakfast Club, working out every morning at those early hours. So everything that Kobe did, he was trying to top Jordan, including the 6 rings, right? So he wanted to out him. He wanted to outwin him. He wanted to outscore him. He wanted to do everything better than Jordan did, even 24 over 23, right? So it was driven by a whole different level of obsession, right? I don't think today's NBA players are of that level of obsession. And that may be a good thing. That might be a good thing. Now, addicted to winning and wanting to win very badly, I think a lot of players do have that. But I don't think any of them have that obsession of wanting to catch or be like Kobe did. LeBron obviously wants it. But Kobe's like, okay, LeBron wants it, but he's like, okay, I put this time into basketball. I'm putting this into my business. It's like LeBron is about business while still playing. Like he's got a lot of other things he's doing right now. Kobe, I'm sure, had some things, but he probably had other people do it. Like, whereas Bron is hands-on a lot with his stuff. Kobe was just locked in the gym. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of other guys like that because there's so much money to be had outside the sport nowadays. So I think it just makes it a little different. Let's see. Yeah, Gabe better step up this year. I mean, I think Gabe would have had a decent year last year if he was healthy. I'm still not mad at the Gabe signing from the player or the person. I'm just upset that he got hurt. You know what I mean? That happens. That can happen. But I think Gabe, if healthy, can give this team something. I really do. Steven says, he was our big free agent acquisition last year. He can't be anything less than good for us. Yeah. And I think he could be good. And if whatever he is, his money is around that mid-level money. So if the Lakers decide to make a move for like a Jonas Valanciunas or something like that, his money very well could be used in that to make a move. So I do believe that Gabe, whether it's on the floor or via trade, is going to serve a purpose to this team that I think will satisfy fans. And at the end of the day, someone's going to be like, oh, we got something out of him. There we go. Thanks, Gabe. You know what I mean? So I like Gabe. I liked when we got him last year. It's unfortunate he got hurt. This wasn't a Kendrick Nunn situation. We knew he was going to be out a long time. It's not his fault he got hurt. It's not always about the Miami Heat guys burning out and can't play. It just, we got unlucky, right? We got unlucky. And I think that having Gabe on this team can absolutely help this team if he's healthy. I remember 2 off seasons ago, AD was getting roasted for saying, I haven't touched a ball in 2 months. He had a bad season and was hurt a lot, but most athletes take months off. They're allowed to chill. Well, it wasn't just also that he took the time off and that he's allowed to chill. The doctor told him to. The doctor told him to. AD had to get his body right. You got to understand, after they won the chip and then after 2021, AD tried to bulk up, put more weight on and muscle, right? And that hurt his lower extremity. So he had to kind of reshape his body in back-to-back summers. And they're like, look, just take time off. You need it. And that was him taking his advice. And when he said that, like, he said it honestly, like I haven't touched it. Like he did it. It's not like he wasn't doing other things to stay in shape or do anything like that. It's just that he just hadn't been working on his game as much because he was resculpting his body back to where it should have been. If Gabe doesn't step up, he's out at the deadline. Yeah, he could be out before the deadline because, like I said, the Lakers technically can move him now. If the price comes down on someone that the Lakers have their eye on, they will make a move. And they'll even move a pick if it's something they feel can help now and later that's worth that pick. So the Lakers are just waiting for the price to be right and the timing to be right. That's all they're waiting for. Kane says, sometimes you get the feel guys don't care about the game nowadays. They more into the lifestyle. Half of them barely watch the game. Melo legit said he more of a highlight guy. Brandon Miller, buttering the call. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what it is, the attention span. More reels and more shorts and actual videos. It's 90 seconds, right? It's look at ESPN getting rid of all of their top like journalist media guys, the guys who really cover the sport, really break down the sport, the best articles in the world, right? For these like talking head hot take guys, right? That gives you 90-second clips versus true real journalism, right? So it's just what is getting attention online right now. So I miss the days of the good journalism because there was so much substance, so much context. And that's why sometimes it's frustrating when you listen to people talk basketball and they come from that type of era perspective of the clip era, right? Or the clickbait era or the hot take era or ring culture era. It's not really talking about the sport of basketball. It's not breaking things down to the finer points. It's not really the intricate parts of the game, the mind within the game within the game. And that's why I love talking the game, because I'm cut from that cloth, right? I come from that breaking it down. Let's reverse engineer this thing. You know what I mean? Let's look at it. Let's break this down. Let's talk what happened here. Not just like a glaze over, like a quick little like book report on an entire season, right? Like, no, let's really break this down. And I think that's what separates the people who really know this game versus the people who check in on the game real quick, right? They check out because that's a highlight. They watch 90 seconds. They think they know the whole game. They saw that bucket. They saw that score, but they didn't watch that 4-minute run that led up to that, right? They didn't watch the guy who came off the bench and maybe played the best defensive stretch of his career, which helped turn the ball around. But the guy who made the basket at the end of the game is going to get all the credit, but the guy who did all the work to get them back in position to make that shot gets nothing. You know what I mean? And that's the type of game I cover. That's the type of game I break down, right? And I feel like that's a dying art. I just feel that way. That's maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping, but that's just me. AD's bulk hurt his shot too. It did. Absolutely. And that'll tell you right there. When I coached and you had guys all of a sudden would hit the weight room and then they were shooters and all of a sudden their shots would be just off, too long, too strong, and they weren't adjusted to their new added muscle, their new added strength. And sometimes guys have to, prepare for that. It's good to be able to take a beating around the basket, be able to bully around the basket. But when you're out there looking for that midi, looking for that floater, you stepping outside, you're putting the ball on the floor and you're fading, you have to readjust. You have to recalibrate your whole shot attempt there. Gabe could be a good trade piece, to be honest. If we get an upgrade, we forget you got to add something good to get better pieces. Yeah, so exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I really need to see how Max Christie looks. I really need to see how Connect looks, really need to see what JHS even has, right, when healthy. Need to see how Gabe looks out there, right? And we'll have a lot more answers in a couple weeks. We'll have a lot more answers. I'm sure we'll have some more questions, but at least we'll start to have an idea of who this team is because the team will start to have an identity. And once the team gets their identity, then we as fans can sit back, or content creators or couch GMs can sit back and really have an understanding of what we're talking about. Right now, we know the majority of the players are coming back. We know it's a new coaching staff. Outside of that, we don't know if this team is going to, even what the staff is going to look like last year. We don't know if just switching a staff is going to make this team play head over heels better than last year. We don't know what the health is going to be like this year. So this is all the things that we need to line up, and these are all the things that we need to see take place. Do we got a timetable for Vando? I don't, like I said, I don't trust any timetable that they're putting out. When he is on the floor, I will believe it. And like I said, it was, they told us all kinds of things that never really came to fruition. Now, I'm sure there's also some reasons for that, but at the end of the day, he had surgeries on both his feet, and don't put him on the court until he's 100% healed, and then let us go from there. So we're going to need this guy. We're going to absolutely need this guy. And I 100% believe that he is someone that can contribute to winning for this team this season and can make us a better team and allows us to play D'Lo and Russ for longer stretches when he's on the floor and free them up offensively. I really do. Let's see. Kane says, I think the trade pieces we have to have some good stretches before we make moves, but I prefer they do it earlier than later for chemistry reasons. Yeah, obviously. And if they're going to move multiple pieces, maybe one at a time, right? A couple at a time, as far as wiping out 5 or 6 guys at once. That's tough to overcome a lot. But this team, there are pieces there, man. There are pieces. I knew there was no saving this team last year. I knew that. I was screaming that thing from the rooftops. There was no saving this team last year. There really wasn't. You can save last year's team with this year's team. Like this team this year can be salvaged. I believe that. Now it's about waiting and seeing what happens. And can they stay healthy enough to give this coaching staff a chance to make the switches and make the moves and decisions and strategies that need to be done that can translate to the floor that will make it exciting to watch them play basketball again. And that's what I'm really hoping for. Front office has to have the ultimate goal and playoffs in mind and not getting easily moved by some hot D'Lo games or Rui games. For X, pay attention to the intangibles on what the team really needs. Yeah, I mean, like I said, in a few weeks, we'll have a better idea. Right now, we're kind of just in wait and see mode because we don't really know yet. If we play inspired ball, we will be good, period. It all falls down to them from Braun. Yeah, this I agree with, and this I've been saying too. Inspired ball is important, man. It's important. Getting inspired ball, dedicated ball, locked in ball. And you can tell when a team is connected. I'm telling you, it's a great word when you're talking about a team and chemistry. You can tell when a team is connected. This Laker team was not connected last year. And Braun, I don't take any joy in saying this, but a lot of that was because of Braun. Obviously, Darvin. Obviously, the front office. But a lot of that was Braun. It really was. He was not all in last year on it. He wasn't. I'm telling you, I was at some games sitting pretty close, and you can see, man, and hear, like he really just wasn't having it last year. And I'm not up here to blame him for it. I'm really not. But we can't have anything close to that type of LeBron this year. We just can't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there was a lot of pouting going on last year. Steven says, I've been tired of stagnant Braun ISOs the past few years. 82. Hope JJ's offense is better. Yeah, I hate standing around. Get guys moving around. Get guys moving. Show some intent. Keep the defense wondering where you're attacking them from. Make them look where the holes are in their own defense. Make them overreact. Sometimes the defense can break themselves without you doing anything, just with activity. That's what I want to see. Give us that activity, man. Give us that activity, and that activity can most definitely lead to wins. Absolutely. They can and will lead to wins. But that activity has to be constant. Has to be constant. Speaking of activity, man, drop a like on the video if you have not done so already, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, man. I'm an hour in on this pregame show, getting y'all hyped for this game. And just acknowledge me with a like, man. Acknowledge me, please. Talk to him, Ron. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, subscribe to the channel as well. Become a member. Went over that earlier. Multiple tiers there to become a member. Great way to help the show. Appreciate you guys. And I see y'all rocking heavy on Twitter as well, as always, man. Twitter been holding your boy down, even when YouTube was kind of taking a break from me here. Guys are on vacation. So shout out to Twitter, man. But I'm excited for tonight, man. We're about a little under an hour away from tip off. And really want to see what this team has in store for us starting tonight. Were we close to dealing for DeJounte, or was ATL not interested? It never got really close. They talked. The Lakers were never interested in offering 2 first-round picks. Atlanta was never interested in taking anything less than that. So it just never gained any type of traction that would lead to any type of deal. The only team that was willing to offer 2 first-round picks is the team that got them, and that's the Pelicans. No other team was offering it. But he's going to ball out with his son on the team. I think he's really got to lead by example. And that's what I said. I think by having Bronny on this team will kind of take away the tantrum Braun, because he's going to try to set the example for his son and how to be a leader, right? I think the Bronny, if he lasts in the league, if he could be a decent defender, make some shots, and be a good vet, be a good leader, I think he could be in the NBA for a while, because those type of guys can stick around. You don't have to be on the floor all the time. You don't have to be scoring a bunch of points. There's guys who are just good vets who stick around. Hella fans were easily moved by D'Lo when he was hot last year and not thinking of the big goal. No, I mean, because there really wasn't anything you would have got to improve yourself. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't just throw a player like D'Lo away. You can't just do that. What do you mean didn't have it last year? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? Didn't have it as far as like Braun? Yeah, he didn't have it. What I think that's what you're talking about. He didn't have it like he wasn't having it. Like he wasn't all in on this team and trying to, like, once the wheels were falling off, he had no real interest in trying to keep it on the track. He really didn't. He didn't. If there's any critiques for AD, you had what are they? AD my thing with AD, like there's a lot of things that I said that I feel like he did last year. He was around the basket more. He was killing in the paint. I think for AD, it's really hard because asking him to be the head of the offense while the anchor of the defense, it's really hard for him. So my thing for AD is, I guess, if I had any critiques of AD, his free throw shooting is just not what it used to be. He definitely needs to get that back. And I think AD needs to just, like, instead of just getting the ball further out on the elbow or free throw line extended, get in there and get yourself to the free throw line more, right? I understand you didn't have a great year shooting it, but get there more. Punish these guys. Don't bail the defense out by you getting the ball at the three-point line, taking a couple dribbles and shooting. So don't be as passive, and don't be like, hey, we're getting killed. Forget it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm gonna just get shoot out here. Like, I think I want dominant AD. I don't feel like we got dominant AD as much as we could have. We got it a lot, but I think he left something on the table there, and that's what I want to see from him. He knew we couldn't win a ring. Yeah, I know that. I understand that. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of guys out there, leaders, that know they can't get a ring and still lead. Quality Sev said, wait, the game is in Palm Springs. Why does Google say it's in Pittsburgh? What? No, it's in Palm Springs. You said Pittsburgh? What the heck? AD needs to perfect the baby hook. Yeah, I mean, like some touch, right? Like, they'll float around the basket, the baby hook, something that he can maybe get a shot that he can make from further away from the basket. That's not necessarily a jump shot, that he's in position to get back a little bit more on defense. Those type of things I wouldn't mind, man. Yeah, he's out tonight. Oh, what's going on, Bambo? They announced it, I believe, while I was doing the show. So I didn't see it prior to the show, but the chat did update me on that when that happened. So I appreciate you guys for that, because I heard LeBron was out. I saw that. But I didn't see that that AD was going to be out until the show had started, and you guys put me up on game for that. So but I appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, it's been a good show. If you guys want more of these, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know here in the chat. Let me know if you want more pregame shows for the Lakers. If I'm home, I'll do them. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the Dodgers. I'm excited for the Lakers. I'm excited for this time of the sports year. Just really, really excited to see what's going on here. It needs to go to Gasol school for touch. Gasol had that touch, man. Only enough players for 8-man rotation as well. Yeah, it sounds like JJ's trying to do 9 guys. So it looks like he's planning to have a little bit of competition there on the back end of the bench, while also preparing some guys for injuries. Yeah, should definitely be interesting. Appreciate you, Bambo. Appreciate you guys. I love you guys, man. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I may or may not pop up on playback.tv for the game. I'm waiting to see if I'm going to be home or not. So if I am home, I will pop up on playback and do the game. If not, obviously I won't. But I'll let you guys know. Playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. Make sure to pull up over there. Support over there. Even if you're not going to watch even if you're not going to watch the game with me, go join the room, because I've got 20 free passes, 2 pass out, 4 to watch games for free. So anytime that you are available when I'm doing the shows, you can pull up and we can watch it together. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat here where you guys can. Because like I said, the first 20 people. What just happened here? Oh, hold on a second. Sorry about that. What just happened here? There we go. The first 20 people that pull up the playback, I get to give basically free NBA League Pass to. So it does not let me copy and paste this. So I will just playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. You can pull up 1 second here. Let's see if that lets me do it. Okay, yeah, I think it did. That link there, there you go. That's my playback room. You can pull up. You can join the room. It's free. And baseball, basketball, all kinds of different things I do on there. And I've been kind of on hiatus over there because I haven't been doing basketball, but I'm coming back. And you guys can catch me. Join the room over there. You may see me on there tonight working the games. 20 free VIP passes to watch whatever I'm watching. And I think you guys definitely would enjoy that, man. So appreciate you. The game is at I do have a Discord. It's in my LinkTree. The Discord I got popping during the summer. That's going to be heavy this year. Like I said, I've got a bunch of different things I'm launching off. The Discord is one of them. And the Discord's going to be fun. I got some things popping off in Discord. So it's in my links. So make sure to pull up, make sure to join. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. I will see you guys post game. I may see you guys during the game. Drop a like on the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel on your way out if you have not done so. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Go Lakers, go Dodgers. I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all, man.